Okay, here today we have a Sub-Zero model 736 that has a door problem. Big gap at the top of the door, sucking in air and moisture and causing the display panel to shut down. So I have the upper and lower hinge, and we're going to replace them. So you can watch along as we get started. Okay, so we have, this is the top right hinge, this is the lower hinge, right hand doors, some little tools, and the first thing we're going to do here, we have to pull the refrigerator out to get into this area here to loosen that hinge. Let me see. Everything's emptied. I may have to take this door off, this door panel, to make it easier to take the door off. Well, let me get a hinge, see if we have a step ladder here. Okay, so the way to check the door, since we can't see if the door seal is touching the frame, we do what we call a dollar bill test. You put the dollar bill or a piece of paper in here, close the door, and you see how you can move that along? It's not touching. If you do it over here, let me see, get this in here. See, there's a drag. When you get over here, it's not touching, so moisture is getting sucked in and affecting the display, and it's shutting the refrigerator down. Okay. So we got this slider underneath the foot. In case you're wondering what this is, it's an airbag basically. Alright, now let's see if we can get this baby pulled out. Okay, I could get to the top bolts. So you can see down there, you see that gap? That's why. It's sucking in air, plus the door is not closing. See? And there's these bushings inside, these little rubber cushions that when you open up the door, see, it hits up against those cushions and prevents it. But before, when I first came here, these things were not adjusted, so this door would open and boom, slam. All right, let's take all the stuff off. That's it. I may have to pull this refrigerator out some more because it's going to be difficult to change that hinge with the door closed. Okay, we got 2 bolts out. We got 2 more in there. Okay, what you want to do is you want to just loosen these up because we have to figure out how we're going to get this off by ourselves. This is normally a 2-man job. It's going to make it a lot easier to pick that off. See? Like I say, this is a 2-man job. Unfortunately, I work alone, so I got to figure out how I'm going to get this new hinge on here. Two screws out first so I can close the door. Okay, so I'm taking the last screw out, and hopefully the magnet, the door seal, will keep the door from falling off, and then I'll be able to open up the hinge, take the hinge off. Like that. Okay, take that other one out. Okay, you notice there's a spacer there, okay, a spacer. That's the old hinge. This is the new hinge. It has these brackets on here. Now this does not have a spacer on it. So Okay, so I think maybe I'm just going to change this whole bracket because this has got a spacer on it. The other one doesn't. And I don't know why. I've never seen that before, but it could have been something that was done at the factory. I don't know. Okay, that's the old bracket that goes over here. This is the new. It's tight here. Big hands. What you want to do is you want to get all the screws started first before you start tightening anything up. Okay, we got all the bolts in here on this upper hinge. Just tightening them up. It was not easy. It would have been helpful if I had a 5/16 socket that was a long socket. This is too short. If I had a little longer, this would be a lot easier to do. So it's just really hard to get in here. But all these bolts are tight. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put these screws in to the door, and then we'll work on the lower hinge. So these go in here. It's not so bad, so I know you can't see this, but I'm just trying to get these screws started. So I'm going to have to open up the door to get these screws in. Snug them up. Alright, so now I can open up the door. You can see this is not an in and out job. This is a very detailed job to do this job right. Okay, that's in. Now, you got to do the lower hinge, but what I was trying to tell you before is these rubber bushings. You see that rubber bushing? You want to set that up so that when the door opens, it hits that rubber bushing so it doesn't slam. And to do that, you just turn it like this, like that. You see that little rubber? It's a rubber. See, it's like a cushion. Okay? See how it's moving the rivet? I mean, this thing has a lot of force behind it. Okay, that's the upper. Let's do the lower. this has got washers on it. Look at this. Somebody tried to fix this. That's kind of crazy. You gotta be careful. The upper hinge will hold the door on, but gotta be careful this doesn't slide off. I think what I'm gonna do first, make sure we have the right hinge. Not the right one. Okay. See that little rubber right in here? This little wheel, this little rubber cushion. So when you open it, it hits that and doesn't slam open. And it has several different. See, that's opened up the door even more. But I prefer that we use this cushion. Like that. Right there. You're gonna have to wait. Okay. It's probably an easier way to do this, but I don't do this often, so and I haven't had the time to look at the manual to see. Now, Sub-Zero does make a shim kit for this door. It's not those. Those are just washers somebody put on there. So, I guess they had a problem with this refrigerator before. All right, these bolts are in. Okay. Now, I'll put these screws in here into the door. Okay. Pretty much home free here because we got the door, the new hinges on. Still a little bit of work to do, but this is how you change the door hinges. As you can see, it's not easy. Okay. All right. Everything's on. Let's got those rubber bushings hooked up. Door closes by itself. Let's do a dollar bill test. Okay, that's better. So that's good. I don't see a gap there like I did before. That's good. And it looks pretty straight from here. So now the next thing we have to do is put the door panel back on. Okay. Okay, now we have to push it back, level it, and we should be done. Okay, this project is done. Temperature's coming down. Doors closing. All good. See you in the next one, guys.